Hello, lovely English people. Today's story is about a boss who pushed me just a little too far. He thought he could delay our raises, boost his own bonuses, and walk away, smiling. But he underestimated the power of one well-timed email. This is how I ruined his weekend, his bonus, and gave everyone in the company the raise we deserved. If you've ever had a manager delay your pay or disrespect you with empty promises, this revenge story will feel amazing. Smash that like button, subscribe for weekly revenge stories, and stick around till the end, because this revenge is calculated, explosive, and completely deserved. This story goes back to the early 2000s. I was working for a major Canadian telecom company in the East, which had just merged with a Western Canadian telecom company. When the merger happened, corporate made a surprising announcement. They were giving service reps a raise of up to $3.50 an hour starting January. Why? Because they were afraid Eastern employees might join the union like Western employees already had. The catch? These raises were to be administered by area managers starting January. And my area manager? He oversaw 7 or 8 stores, so I figured it might take a month or two for him to process everything. No big deal. At first. But by February, nothing had happened. So I politely asked him about the raise. His answer? Soon. Okay. I waited. March came. Still nothing. I asked again. Soon. April. Still nothing. Another soon. By May, I had asked 5 or 6 times, and every single time this guy brushed me off with that same smug word. Soon. And that's when I realized the truth. He was delaying our raises on purpose, because the longer he delayed, the higher his quarterly bonuses looked. I wasn't about to let him keep stealing from us. So in early May, I sat down and wrote a strongly worded 4-page letter. It documented every conversation we'd had, every date and time I'd asked, the fact that other regions had already received their raises, how his delay was hurting employees and pushing us toward unionization. Then, I waited for the perfect moment. And oh, it came. It was the Friday of the May long weekend. That morning, he came into the store. As usual, I asked, "Any update on those raises?" And like clockwork, he smirked and said, "They'll come soon." That was it. He then started bragging, as he loved to do, about his Muskoka cottage. He told us he'd be leaving around noon and planned to arrive there by 3 p.m. Perfect. At 4 p.m., once I knew he was comfortably sipping drinks by the lake, I opened my work email and sent that 4-page letter directly to the company president and CEO. I didn't CC him. I didn't warn him. I dropped the nuke silently. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. I showed up to work early. My goal? Ruin his weekend by having the CEO tear him apart. And boy, did it work even better than expected. He had to drive all the way back to Toronto from Muskoka that morning. Why? Because the CEO and president came down on him hard. He showed up furious but forced to be polite. He apologized to me in the parking lot, actually apologized, and told me everyone in our area was getting their raises retroactive to January 1st. Everyone in our location was getting the maximum raise. I had just gotten more revenge than I ever imagined. We stood there in the parking lot. I could see in his face, he hated me. But he'd lost. He tried to scold me. He said, "You ruined my weekend. I would have appreciated if you'd spoken to me first." I calmly replied, "I'd be happy to forward you the email I sent to the CEO. It documents every time I did talk to you and you blew me off." Then I hit him with the line that ended it all. "You were stealing from me by delaying my raise. So I think it's fair your weekend sucked and you lost your bonus." And then, this is my favorite part, I ended the meeting on my terms. I said, "There's nothing more to discuss. I'm going into the store." And as I walked away, I turned and gave him the nastiest goodbye. "Have a great drive to Muskoka. I hear it's quite scenic." I left him there, fuming. And honestly, it felt amazing. Sometimes revenge doesn't require yelling, lawsuits, or drama. Sometimes all it takes is one well-timed email and a boss too cocky to see it coming. He delayed our money. He underestimated us. And I hit him where it hurt the most. His bonus, his ego, his precious weekend. Within days, I got calls from employees at other stores thanking me. They all got their raises too. And I made sure to share the full story with everyone. No one told me to stay quiet, and I wasn't going to. And that's how one email destroyed a greedy boss's weekend. If you enjoyed this nuclear revenge story, smash that like button, subscribe for more epic tales every week, and drop a comment below. What would you have done in my place? Sharing this story helps the channel grow, and it lets more people enjoy satisfying workplace revenge.